This week on the Bassquatch Hunter.
Oh my gosh. It looks terrible.
Seriously? A mustache?
I feel like a complete jerk because I'm the only fireman here with an actual mustache.
Welcome to the Bassquatch Hunter.
I've got a fish.
We show our guests our love for fishing, and then we let them show us what they do. Whether it's a professional athlete or an industry professional, we include it all. We all chased our dreams to follow our careers. Now together, we will chase our Bassquatch.
The Bassquatch Hunter. Fish out of water.
In this episode, Mike links up with one of his good buddies, Jeff Latkowski from the West Bloomfield Fire Department. Now, Mike and Jeff have been friends for over 10 years, but they've never gone fishing together. So today, Mike gets to take him fishing and live out one of his longtime childhood dreams of being a fireman.
This is Mike McKinstry, the host of the Bassquatch Hunter, and I'm here with a really cool guest today.
I'm Jeff Latkowski with the West Bloomfield Fire Department, and I'm excited to be here with you today.
So today, we're taking Jeff in my world. I'm gonna show him what I do on the water, hopefully catch some monster fish out here. But then after this, we're gonna go in Jeff's world, and he's gonna show me how to be a fireman for a day, which is gonna be kind of fun, I think.
Mike doesn't know what's coming.
And I don't know what he's gonna put me through, but hopefully I get you on some big fish so you're not mad at me or anything, because I don't want you to take it out of me in the next segment.
You know what, Mike, I'm just excited to be out here today in this beautiful weather. We got some nice kayaks here. Hopefully we'll catch some fish, but if not, you know, just hanging out with a friend, I think it's gonna be a good day.
Hopefully. So let's go hit the water and see what we catch. Jeff's a little taller. He's about 6'5". So putting him in a kayak, I was kind of nervous at first to see how he'd fit his super tall, lanky legs. All right, how good's your balance?
Well, I'll tell you in about 2 seconds.
There you go. That was impressive.
I'm gonna shimmy shake.
All right, sit down before you get too crazy. He's not really a fisherman as much as he is a fireman, so I'm kind of curious to see how he does today. Yeah, don't go too close to that bed over there, Jeff. You're gonna scare the fish away. He was just excited to go kayak fishing, so he took off before we even got ready.
One of the things I was thinking about, based on the size of the Bassquatch Hunter, is would there be a kayak small enough for him? And I was pleasantly surprised that they do make them.
So Jeff's in the Seastream PD 120. I'm in the Feel Free Dorado 125, drifting in the wind right now. And what's cool is we all have pedal drives. So in days like this, when it's super windy out, you can kind of use it for the most part to keep your position and adjust your position while you're fishing without having to put the rod down. Now when it gets too windy out, obviously we gotta adjust with the paddle, but using a pedal drive is a lot easier for days like this and the heavy wind. So with the pedals, Jeff, you can use them to stay in spot against the wind. You just gotta turn the rudder.
You know what? Any day on the water is a good day, wind or no wind. I wasn't sure how good the fishing was going to be with as windy as it was, but we found with that pedal drive, it really made a huge difference out on the water.
I feel very, like this is intimate and weird to be this close. Like, should we hold hands? Like,
So make sure you guys check out all the kayaks that Feel Free, Three Waters, and Seastream has to offer, and check out all the pedal drives they have if you want to get more fish in the boat and have more time with the rod in your hands. We need to get some fish today. I'm throwing top water. I'm hoping to get that Jack in the Box explosion where it's like and then boom. That's why I love top water. That anticipation bite is probably the most exciting bite you can get in all of fishing. I just had something follow me up here. I couldn't tell what it was because the water is so windy right now, but I saw a shadow turn away right when I got to the kayak. Could have been a pike.
Once we launched, I threw my first cast, second cast, third cast, and in the fourth one, this pike just hit. It was a beautiful fish.
Ooh, fish on. Oh, it's a monster. It feels like a huge pike.
Oh yeah, it's a pike.
Oh boy, oh, there it goes. Man, felt a lot bigger than this. It was in the weeds. I shouldn't even need a net with this guy, but I'm gonna net him to be safe. Yeah, he was down in those weeds. Made him feel like he was 15 pounds heavier. So this guy's a pretty decent size, not the biggest pike in the world, but still not a bad first catch. All right. Felt a whole lot bigger on the rod though, man. This thing fought like crazy. But that's a nice little northern pike up here.
So Mike catches the first fish, a pike. Thought this was the Bassquatch hunter.
Now we gotta get some bass. All right. There we go, nice kickoff. Oh, gotta rinse that net out after that one. After I got my first pike, things were going really well for me, but I really wanted to get Jeff on a fish. And right when things were getting a little bit calmer and slower, Jeff caught his huge bass.
So we find this nice calm bay out of the wind. Within a matter of seconds, I feel a nibble on the line, and I hook a fish. Should we call it fish on? We'll call it fish on. Got a fish. At that point, I feel the kayak being pulled through the water. She's a beaut, Clark.
Oh, that's a monster. There you go, Jeff.
This thing is beautiful. It's jumping out of the water. It's yelling to me, saying, Jeff, you have won today's competition. Oh, we even got a money shot there for you. Dude, this thing's a beast.
Yes!
Ooh, he ate the worm.
Oh, that is a tank.
So here it is. I catch the Bassquatch of the day.
So my guest out here, Jeff, just caught a fish. He had the biggest bass of the day so far. Check this thing out. Oh my gosh. We're both throwing the Berkeley General Green Pumpkin wacky rig, and oh my God, he just got this thing hammered. What'd you think, man? How'd it fight? How'd it feel?
Good. Good, yeah, that FX Custom's nice. Like, I felt everything.
Yeah.
That's a good looking fish right there. Bassquatch.
The Bassquatch Hunter is brought to you by FX Custom Rods, quality, precision, performance. Feel-free kayaks. AmeriGas, propane that's pro-you. Zott Ford and deals in the D.com. Three Waters Kayaks. Scales Fish Attractant. See the difference. Abu Garcia, Fish to Win. Tacticam. Berkeley, your fish, our science. Yak Attack, made in the USA. Produced by M1 Studios.
Now that Jeff caught a fish, we're tied 1-1, but I haven't caught a bass yet, so I'm gonna keep on trying.
Try as you might, Mike. This one's gonna be hard to beat.
Look at the size of that.
That's a good bass right there. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
I know for a matter of fact, Mike is not gonna beat me. Let him go.
So we moved over to the back of the lake where it's a little bit more heavily covered. There's more structure, some more trees down. I'm looking for that one really big bass back here. Yeah, this back here looks really fishy.
Well, let's catch some fish. You don't see that every day.
No, I've never seen babies.
That's pretty sweet.
It's a whole family. It's right about spawning season right now too, with 62-degree water temps back here. So a lot of these fish are starting to get shallow. So now we're beating up the banks a little bit and trying to catch as much as we can in the shallow spots. See if we can find the protective male bass. Fish on.
You get one?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Here we go. Got a nice bass finally. Dude, he is angry. Yes. Look at that, right on top of the mouth. Using that Berkeley Fusion hook with the Berkeley General bait and green pumpkin.
I see it's a bass. I got nervous at first, but I had nothing on my Bassquatch.
It's not bad at all. Yes. Yes, finally. Got a beautiful largemouth bass. My bass wasn't as big as Jeff's, so I don't think I'm gonna beat him today for the biggest fish, but I'm on track for the most fish. Ooh, I just had a hit. Something just hit it. That's always a good sign. Slow my retrieve down a little bit. Ooh, there it is. There it is. Oh, another pike. This one's a lot bigger though. This one's a lot bigger. Yeah, buddy. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh.
It's a monster, man.
Yeah, man. That one put up a lot more of a fight. Yeah, look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful fish. That's a beast. All right, let's let him go. Get some bass. I knew I felt the strike over there. Usually pike come by and slash at the bait, and then they turn and run, and they come back at it again. So I threw the bait right back at it, and it hit hard. That was a really nice fish. So these kayaks are great and everything, but you want to get out of the wind and put the kayaks up and fish off the shore for a minute?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Having followed the Bassquatch hunter for years, it was great to get out there on the water with him and do some fishing. So it's been a bit windy today for my first kayak outing, but I have to say, I had a lot of fun today. It was nice today to be in Mike's world in the outdoors, which is different than what I'm used to in my job, and I'm looking forward to bringing Mike into my world next.
I'm super nervous about what's coming up next because I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Me and my crew are looking forward to having you come out for the day. We got a lot of stuff planned. I think you'll learn a lot. I think it'll be an eye-opener for you, and hopefully at the end of the day, you can kind of take something away.
Well, I'm looking forward to doing it. So thank you guys for watching this part of the episode. Stay tuned because after this, I'm gonna go try to do what he does, and I don't think it's gonna go as well as the fishing part did. I think it's gonna be a lot tougher than I think. So stay tuned and make sure you go on our Instagram and our YouTube channel and look at a lot of the behind the scenes footage from this entire episode and all of our other episodes. So go check it out at the Bassquatch Hunter, and we'll see you guys soon. Don't go anywhere. So I figured the first step of becoming a fireman is to trying to look like a fireman. So I cut my beard off for the first time in 17 years because I figured every fireman has a mustache, right? I was wrong. This looks absolutely ridiculous. And then I show up and I feel like a complete jerk because I'm the only fireman here with an actual mustache.
Seriously? A mustache?
I need it. He's my boss, man. It's amazing.
How come nobody else actually has a mustache here? I feel like a complete now. I'm like, I'm gonna blend in with all the firemen. I'm like, nobody here has a mustache.
One of the biggest things about the firehouse was they're like a bunch of brothers. They look out for each other and they definitely pick on each other.
Stand up.
I am standing. You stand.
It's not easy to make fun of tall people because like, oh, you're taller than everybody else. Like, ooh. Yeah, this is kind of embarrassing. You're sitting down.
No, this is good.
Ooh, you're tall. Oh, you can reach things.
Should we sing Bohemian Rhapsody right now? It's the stash.
This is Mike McKinstry, the host of the Bassquatch Hunter, and I'm not in my normal fishing attire today, but I'm here with a really cool guest. It's you.
Oh, thank you. Jeff Latkowski, co-host of the Bassquatch Hunter TV, also a fireman for the West Bloomfield Fire Department. Here at the West Bloomfield Fire Department, we respond to fires, medical emergencies, and other dangerous conditions. And we take pride in protecting the community that we serve. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about and have you run through an agility little station, which kind of simulates the first 10 minutes of responding to a fire. We're gonna have you get the gear on to kind of give you an idea of the weight of it. And anyone out there that's watching, if you're interested in becoming a firefighter, I hope this kind of gives you a little bit of a taste of what it's like. Today we're going to show Mike what it's like to wear the fire gear, how heavy it is, and how warm it gets inside there.
The good news was they found firefighter gear that would fit me.
What we have here is our typical fire gear. It's going to weigh about 50 pounds. So the first thing we're doing is we're going to get our boots on. We wear either rubber or leather boots, and that protects our feet. We're going to pull up our pants. They have a moisture barrier, which keeps steam and heat off our body, as well as the protective shell, which is fire retardant. Same thing with our jacket. Our jacket obviously protects our torso. This right here is our air pack. What this does is it has compressed air here that hooks up to our SCBA mask. So we're gonna put this on. This is probably the lightest part of the system here. I'm gonna let go of this and give you the weight.
Jeez.
There you go, okay.
This is light?
I may have lied. Now to protect your head, we need a helmet.
That's heavy too. This helmet feels like a second head on top of my head. As soon as I put it on, I started like feeling like a bobblehead.
As drywall falls, it protects your head. A lot of times you have embers falling, and it, with the bill of the helmet, keeps it from going in the back of your turnout coat.
Okay.
Right, so that way your neck's not getting burnt. You now are wearing all the gear that's needed to enter a house.
This gear is so much heavier than I expected.
When Mike finally put on the gear, reality was setting in and you could see it on his face.
When Jeff said I was doing the obstacle course that they do every year, I kind of was thinking of it a little bit differently. I was taking it kind of lightly. But now that I'm here, I'm wearing the gear, and I'm getting ready to do this, I'm incredibly nervous, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it or not.
3, 2, 1, go. This is Mike McKinstry, and today I'm gonna try to be a fireman.
If Mike does well today, we have a junior fire badge just for him.
3, 2, 1, go.
Get up. Your shoulder.
This is heavy.
There you go. All right, position it. Now we're walking.
This is a heavy fire hose.
And now we're going straight this way. Nice, big breath. You're going to take this hose, wrap it off your shoulder, and then we're going to pick up the hose, okay?
So the first task after carrying the hose down to the parking lot was dragging a fully charged hose.
This hose weighs about 200 pounds, and Mike's about ready to feel the full weight of it. You got it, Mike.
Put more weight into it. Come on. More weight. A little further. You got 4 feet. 4 feet. Almost. Try to drop it now. Hose. Now we're coming
That's heavy.
In the fireman world, we call stairs the cool down. Gives us a chance to catch our breath and get ready for the next task. This gear, a person's body temperature can raise to 160 degrees on a hot day.
So at this point, we're going to pull the ladder up. 24-foot extension. And raise the ladder all the way up.
All right, Mike, it's time to use the sledgehammer. This here simulates cutting a hole through a roof, a door, or a wall.
2, 3.
Now I have to use a sledgehammer that feels like the same size as me and hit this tire over and over, and every single swing gets harder and harder and harder. My arms were like rubber by the time I was done hitting this rubber tire.
One more. Very good. Now drop the sledgehammer. Come over here. Hand over hand. You're going to pull that weight, all right? Get your technique down. Focus on your breathing.
So now we have to pull this weight across the parking lot, and I can't feel my hands, can't feel my arms. So as a fireman, you can't just stop in the middle of a job. You have to keep on going and persevere through all of it. I'm trying to keep the mentality here and really be in the world of a fireman.
My arms are dead.
Almost there. One more good one. Come on. There we go.
So Mike's halfway through, and honestly, I didn't think he'd get this far.
I'm only halfway through this obstacle course right now, and I'm already feeling pretty dizzy and nauseous, but I'm gonna try to push through this to get to the end.
This task is gonna simulate pulling ceiling and drywall when you're doing overhaul after a fire.
Get your waist into it. Down. That's 2. Get into your rhythm. That's 3.
I gotta pull down 90 pounds of weight to simulate pulling down a ceiling or a drywall or any debris from above. My body can't handle this. This is tough.
Man, my upper body is dead.
At this point, Mike is feeling it. His heart is thumping, he's hot, he's sweaty, he probably wants to give up, but he's so close to the end.
I don't know if I have enough left.
All right, you have to dig deep.
Bend over and run.
Now I'm dragging this huge tire behind me and doing everything I can to make it to the finish line.
You gotta go past. Tire all the way past. Keep going. A little further. 4 feet. 3 feet. 2 feet. You're done. Good, man. Nice.
Mike, I am blown away at the work that you just did. Welcome to being a firefighter.
That was awesome.
Was it?
Yep.
That was terrible.
6:47:22.
All right, so we finished the obstacle course. I did it in about 6 minutes and 40 seconds, which I was told was a really good time, but now I feel like I need to sit down and try not to throw up.
Now that Mike's done, it's looking a little green around the gills. So we've done a lot. You killed it. Mike thinks he's done, but we still have one more surprise in store for him.
Glad I don't have to do this for a living because I'd be done right now.
Right.
Like if the fire was still going, I'd be like, sorry.
What stinks is we just got dispatched down the street for someone that's in cardiac arrest. Your job isn't done yet. So are you ready? We got to go save a life. Today, no, they're not breathing, so we got to go. So
How old are they?
young enough to save.
I needed a few more minutes to get my bearings straight, but these guys wouldn't let me take a break because in their line of work, they don't get a break either, so we had to do another call.
You got your gloves on? This call simulates a cardiac arrest, a call that we go on quite often. We showed Mike that you had to do 30 compressions to 2 breaths when you're doing CPR.
I feel like I should be the one getting medical attention right now.
1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Jeremy here is using a BVM, so he's breathing for the patient. So you're gonna stop, so he's gonna give 2 breaths, and then we're gonna go to the hospital and hopefully save a life today. Our stretcher's all ready. 1, 2, 3. Hey, start doing CPR. Going up. Let's go.
Feeling some pressure.
Deeper.
I thought for sure going into this, Mike would get a 4 out of 10 or so in my world, but I have to admit he did a great job, and I'd give him a solid 8.5.
Out of all the episodes I've done, this is probably the toughest one I've ever done.
Well, it was fun. I'm glad you came out here. One last thing before we leave, though, because you're really not a real fireman until you've been in a fire truck. As a special treat, we're going to take Mike on a ride in the fire truck. It was great to get a chance to be in Mike's world, and it was even more special to me to bring Mike into my world. If Mike ever stops fishing, we'd love to have him at the fire station. Somebody has to get the coffee. So they're not the smoothest.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. I don't care how old you get, that makes you feel like a kid again. That's awesome. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bassquatch Hunter TV, that's me. Thanks for watching.
We changed the name to the Bassquatch Hunter.
The Bassquatch.
Don't miss the Bassquatch Hunter. Fish out of water. On the Discovery Channel, the Pursuit Channel, and online everywhere. BassquatchHunter.com.